The morning after the murders, Los Angeles woke in disbelief. News crews had already set up outside O.J. Simpson's estate. Helicopters hovered over his mansion, and every network across America was broadcasting one name: O.J. Simpson. The nation wanted answers. Police detectives wanted evidence. And O.J. himself, he wanted everyone to believe he was innocent. When detectives returned to his Rockingham estate, they noticed something unusual. O.J. wasn't home. His best friend and former teammate, Cowlings, told them O.J. had gone to Chicago for business the previous night, just hours after the murders. That timing felt too close to ignore. Inside the mansion, officers found drops of blood leading from the driveway to the entrance, and inside O.J.'s white Ford Bronco, they found more blood on the door, on the handle, on the console. It looked like someone had left in a hurry. When detectives knocked again early that morning, O.J. had just returned from Chicago. He seemed stunned when he heard about Nicole's death. He asked if she was dead as though he didn't know, and when they confirmed it, he let out a long sigh, almost like a man who already expected the answer. He agreed to come to the police station voluntarily, without a lawyer, to answer questions. At the precinct, O.J. was polite, calm, and measured. He spoke softly, saying he loved Nicole, but hadn't seen her that night. He showed police a bandaged hand, claiming he'd cut it on a broken glass in Chicago after hearing about her death. But the wound looked older. The blood seemed to match the same type found at the crime scene. Detectives took note quietly, never breaking his flow of words. Outside, reporters surrounded the station. People cried out his name, some in support, others in anger. It was as if America couldn't decide whether O.J. was still a hero or something darker. Over the next few days, forensic teams gathered mountains of evidence. Blood on the glove matched both victims, and O.J. fibers from the Bronco matched carpet fibers at Nicole's home. Shoe prints at the murder scene came from a rare Bruno Magli shoe the same size O.J. wore. Slowly, suspicion hardened into certainty. But despite it all, O.J. remained free for now. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office debated when to bring him in. They wanted to do it quietly, without chaos. But by the evening of June 17, 1994, O.J. Simpson was officially charged with 2 counts of murder. Detectives called his lawyer, Robert Shapiro, and asked O.J. to surrender by AM the next morning. He agreed. Yet, as the hours passed, something felt wrong. By AM, he still hadn't shown up. Reporters waited outside Parker Center, cameras ready for the biggest arrest in years. But O.J. was gone. Shapiro told the police that O.J. had disappeared. His close friend, Cowlings, was missing too, and so was the white Ford Bronco. Panic spread through the LAPD. They had just lost the most famous man in America. By early afternoon, O.J. had become a fugitive. Police issued an all-points bulletin, warning the public to stay alert. Television networks cut into regular programming with the breaking headline: O.J. Simpson on the run. The city erupted. At PM, a helicopter caught sight of the Bronco driving slowly down Interstate 5. Behind the wheel was Cowlings. In the back seat, crouched low, was O.J. Simpson, holding a gun to his own head. He wasn't speeding or swerving, just drifting along at a steady 35 miles per hour. Behind them trailed a line of police cars stretching for miles. The chase had begun. The surreal image played live across every television network in America. Millions stopped whatever they were doing to watch. Restaurants switched their TVs to the news. Bars went silent. Families gathered in front of their screens as if watching a national event. The image of that slow-moving white Bronco became burned into history. Inside the car, Cowlings called 911. His voice was shaking. "My friend's got a gun to his head," he said. "He's gonna kill himself." The operator begged them to pull over, but O.J. refused. "Just let me go home," he whispered. "Let me see my mother." The world listened as negotiators tried to keep him calm. Detectives called him repeatedly, trying to talk him down. O.J. said he was innocent. He said he couldn't take the pressure, that everyone thought he was guilty. The officers promised he wouldn't be harmed if he surrendered peacefully. Hours passed as the Bronco rolled through Los Angeles, a parade of fear, guilt, and confusion. Broadcast lived to 95 million viewers. At one point, O.J. held a framed photo of his children. He cried, saying he'd never hurt their mother. He told friends on the phone that he wanted to die, that there was nothing left. It was heartbreaking and chilling all at once. America wasn't watching a chase anymore. It was watching a man's breakdown in real time. As the Bronco neared his Brentwood home, the street was lined with police cars, reporters, and hundreds of onlookers. They shouted his name, some cheering, some pleading. The police blocked every exit. Helicopters circled like vultures. When Cowlings finally pulled into OEJ's driveway just before PM, negotiators held their breath. OEJ sat inside the car, silent, gun still in hand, for nearly an hour. No one moved. The standoff felt endless. Then slowly, the car door opened. OEJ stepped out, trembling. He didn't look like the smiling superstar America had once adored. He looked lost. He walked toward his home, clutching the gun, then finally dropped it. Police rushed forward, cuffed him gently, and led him inside to change clothes. When he came back out, he was arrested without resistance. The world exhaled. The chase was over. The footage of that slow speed pursuit became one of the most watched moments in television history, a surreal mix of fame, tragedy, and disbelief. For many Americans, it was the day innocence died. For others, it marked the beginning of a larger story, one about race, fame, power, and justice. As OEJ sat in the back of a police car that night, the flashing lights reflecting of his face, he whispered something to one of the officers. "I didn't do it." But outside, as cameras rolled and the crowd screamed, the question echoed louder than ever. Was this the fall of a hero or the exposure of a killer? The trial of the century was about to begin. Stay tuned for episode 3, The Trial Begins.